Today is a WRAL weather alert day. We have a level 1 risk for severe storms. I'll show you the changing timeline for these storms to come through our area.
Also breaking news we're following this morning. Police in Durham are investigating 2 separate shootings in one neighborhood. What we know about those shootings that left one person dead and another injured just hours apart.
And Thanksgiving Day is here, and you may need to grab some more items for your feast. We'll tell you which stores will be open today for those making those last-minute runs. It's okay. You can admit it. We all do it. You might need the cranberry. You made some sausage balls. You were just talking about.
I did.
Yeah.
Hopefully world famous. I don't know. Maiden voyage for those.
I'm sure.
It's going to be great.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Michelle McConaughey.
And I'm Jeff Hogan. Happy Thanksgiving to you.
Thanksgiving.
Hope you have a great day. And Elizabeth Gardner is over in the WRAL Severe Weather Center to see if we are indeed going to have a great day weather-wise, Elizabeth.
You know, it's looking very interesting. The models, keep showing this speeding up and slowing down. The earlier this comes in, the lesser chance we have of seeing any severe storms. But the Storm Prediction Center does still have us in this level 1 risk. Damaging winds would be our biggest threat. Here's a look at dual Doppler 5000 radar. We have just a few isolated showers back here from Danville to Greensboro, back down into the Sandhills, starting to creep into Moore County right now. This will move eastward, and we'll have some scattered light rain. This is not going to be a big round of thunderstorms. The cold front itself, though, is still well to the west, and there is some thunder and lightning back here across the mountains. So when that moves through, that's when we'll have our best chance of seeing any severe storms. So we do have the potential for some damaging winds, and of course, you want to make sure that you secure, especially any of those inflatables out there. An isolated chance of anything severe that could cause any wind damage, and it's definitely trending faster. So we could end up seeing this morning up until around lunchtime. And that's not what we were looking at yesterday. Yesterday, it looked like it was going to be during the afternoon. So here's 5 a.m. and you can start to see some of these showers pushing into the area. That lifts on through between now and 7 o'clock. And then, of course, maybe an isolated shower or thunderstorm with the front. But look at how wimpy that is looking. We're going to just have to see how this all plays out as we're watching this very closely. We'll take another look at what some of the threats will be and all the cold air that comes in behind this coming up.
And that breaking news we talked about off the top. Durham police are investigating 2 separate shootings in the McDougal Terrace neighborhood, and one of them was deadly. The first happened on Ridgeway Avenue. The second happened on Lawson Street. WRAL's Monica Casey joins us live from the Durham Police Department this morning. And Monica, these shootings happened just 6 hours apart.
That's right. That second shooting happened around 10:45 over on East Lawson Street in the 1200 block. That is in the McDougal Terrace community. WRAL cameras were on scene shortly after that shooting happened. Durham police say when they arrived, they found a man who had multiple gunshot wounds. He died there on scene. Police say that they are still investigating what led up to that shooting. We do know there was another shooting in really the same area last night. That was over on Ridgeway Avenue, just steps away from the East Lawson Street scene. That man in the earlier evening shooting had life-threatening injuries. Police have not said at this time if these 2 are related. Live in Durham, Monica Casey, WRAL News.
More breaking news this morning. Police say an armed person barricaded himself and several hostages inside a home in Fayetteville. Investigators have been on that scene along Spinell Drive since 5 yesterday evening. Authorities tell us it all began after they responded to calls of a domestic incident there. Police say there are several hostages in that home, with one got out and nobody has been injured at this time as far as we know. In addition to police, several SWAT teams and drones are at that home. We'll keep you updated on this tense situation as we get more information.
Well, you may have to make some last-minute stops for your holiday meal today. Several stores in our area are closed, but some others are open. WRAL's Kelsey Coffey is live at Harris Teeter. Kelsey, happy Thanksgiving. This is just one of the stores with reduced hours.
Michelle, good morning and happy Thanksgiving to you. So if you have to do any last minute shopping for that Thanksgiving meal, maybe you forgot the cranberry sauce, well, you have some options. So Harris Teeter here is open. Several other stores are open today. They just may have some special holiday hours. We'll show you a list now of all of the stores that will be closed here on Thanksgiving Day. So you may see Walmart, Costco, Sam's Club. Those are just a few on the list. But don't worry, if you need some last minute items items. There's still a few places to go. Food Lion and Harris Teeter are open today, but they will close early this afternoon. If you need to go to a drugstore, look up your nearest CVS or Walgreens online. Check for that specific store's hours. Thanksgiving Day hours will vary based on the location. So if you want more information about where you can shop today, just go to our website, WRAL.com. Kelsey Coffey, WRAL News, live in Raleigh.
Also, speaking of holiday, the travelers out there seeing their fair share of brake lights and backups. AAA expects record-breaking Thanksgiving travel this year. 2 million North Carolinians are planning to hit the roads. Fortunately, it seems the worst of the holiday travel season is in the rearview mirror, but not without several crashes throughout the Triangle yesterday. According to Garner Police, the day before Thanksgiving has the most violations of the holiday week.
Significantly more cars on the road. And then with that comes accidents and speeding and other traffic violations.
In a speeding enforcement operation yesterday, Garner Police pulled over 190 people to keep cars moving. The Department of Transportation is putting a pause on most of its highway road work through December 2nd.
We're following some breaking news out of Fayetteville. A motorcyclist is dead after being hit by a car along Rayford Road. Police say it happened near the intersection of Strickland Bridge Road just after 7 o'clock last night. It's not clear if the driver will face any charges. We are working to find out what led up to that deadly crash.
New this morning, a Wake County man is facing charges in connection to a shooting that happened during Shaw University's homecoming. According to warrants, Carl West is being charged with having a gun on educational property and obstruction of justice. Authorities say he allegedly removed the gun used in the shooting from the crime scene and gave it back to the owner. The shooting happened on Person Street, November 3rd. One man was seriously hurt in that shooting. He is now recovering at home. West is out on a $100,000 bond. No one else has been charged in the shooting.
Today, Durham Rescue Mission will host its 50th annual Thanksgiving community dinner. More than 200 turkeys will be served to people in need, with doors opening at 11 o'clock this morning. This is video of the volunteers getting the cooking started last night. People who show up today will enjoy a free hot turkey dinner, carnival games for kids, a grocery bag to take home, and a special ticket drawing for prizes. The Rescue Mission is still requesting any volunteers to reach out and offer their time this morning.
How about this? The 8th annual Thanksgiving Day 5K in Garner will raise money for rescue dogs. About 1,000 people are expected to take part in this run, hosted by Freedom Ride Rescue. That rescue takes dogs out of shelters and into adoptive homes or foster families. This is the run, the largest fundraiser they have this year, and it goes to pre-adoption vet needs. The run starts at Garner's White Deer Park at 8:30 this morning.
The Carolina Hurricanes took on the New York Rangers in a Thanksgiving Eve game at Lenovo Center. It was a back-and-forth game all night. The Canes trailed 3-2 with about 10 minutes left when Jesperi Kotkaniemi scored to tie it up. Then on the power play, just 2 minutes later, rookie Jackson Blake scored to put the Canes ahead for good. They sent the Caniacs home happy for Thanksgiving with a 4-3 win over New York.
Another come-from-behind victory on home ice, and we're not done with this. We will have more hockey for the holidays for you tomorrow afternoon. The Canes host the Florida Panthers. It is a Black Friday matinee. You can catch all the action on WRAL starting at 3 o'clock.
In Oklahoma City, a person is lucky to be alive this Thanksgiving. Just ahead, the new body camera footage showing the moments police officers rescued him from falling over a bridge.
Also, one man on an important mission this Thanksgiving, how he is preparing to help people still recovering from Hurricane Helene in the western part of our state.
From the WRAL Severe Weather Center, North Carolina's most experienced team of meteorologists.
442, taking a look at Dual Doppler 5000 radar. We have some scattered showers out there. I have to tell you, the computer models have kind of been bouncing around with a timeline on this, and we're starting to see the showers roll in here, looking just a little bit with a little bit more coverage than we were looking at yesterday. So it is likely that we'll have a bit of a lesser chance for severe storms because of the early nature of the arrival of these storms. So still, it is a WRAL weather alert day. We're going to be watching for a line of thunderstorms that could develop a little closer to lunchtime, damaging winds wind would be our biggest threat. Here's a look at what's happening out there right now. Lots of cloud cover and really warm. 53 in Wilson, 58 in Durham, and 60 degrees right now in Fayetteville. And we will check on our rain chances for today. Best chance of rain is likely to be in the morning, but there is the potential when the cold front comes through closer to lunchtime that we would have another round of storms. And at that point, some of those could be severe. We're going to walk through that coming up with Futurecast.
A person seriously hurt after a home explosion in Kentucky. It happened in the city of Paducah on Wednesday. Investigators say the owner of the home was lighting a furnace or heater and it exploded. The homeowner is being treated at a hospital in Nashville, Tennessee for severe injuries.
A newly released body camera video shows the moment a man's life was saved by an Oklahoma City police officer. Take a look at this. Earlier this month, an officer was asked to check on a man sleeping on a bridge. When police showed up, the sleeping man turned on his side and fell over the ledge. The officer was a jogger who was passing by. A jogger who was passing by. They were able to catch him and pull that man to safety. Police say he was not hurt and was later returned to his family. And Fayetteville police are warning people about a phone scam this holiday season. According to the agency, someone is impersonating an officer trying to scare people into paying a fee to stay out of jail. Authorities say although they do call victims of crimes, witnesses and possible suspects, they would never call anyone to collect money. And a North Carolina man and his team are getting ready to cook Thanksgiving dinner for thousands of people still recovering from Hurricane Helene. Kathy Park tells us the story about the chef on a mission.
This is the last one.
Here in eastern North Carolina, the small town of Seaboard is on a big mission for Thanksgiving.
I can't sleep because I'm just excited about what we're doing.
Spearheaded by native son and longtime cook David Burke, who felt a higher calling to help his fellow Carolinians still recovering from Helene.
We really are at about 5,600 meals that we're going to prepare to distribute out in the western part of the state.
The recipe called for love and grace.
Amazing grace.
This is what I can do for them. Then I'm going to cut an onion for them. You know, cry a little bit more for them.
And the committee.
Through social media and word of mouth,
I'm just glad I can help people out.
Operation Thanksgiving Blessings took off.
We have people sending us money from all over the country.
Strangers eager to help families still struggling this holiday season.
She was the absolute best teacher, mother, wife, sister, friend.
Kathy Brown's sister, Kim, was swept away in the floodwaters and never found. Today, they're finding comfort and healing in the generosity of Seaboard.
I think if more people were like David and others, I think our world would be a better place.
What do you hope people take away from what you're doing?
There are not many days in the world that are like this. A lot of people never get the opportunity to serve the Lord. And what I hope is, because of what we're doing here today, it changes their heart. If it does that, I think we did what we were supposed to do. And so just keep it moving. Just keep it moving.
And that is what today is all about. That was NBC's Kathy Park reporting.
See that raw emotion, still real, months later, no question. Elizabeth Gardner's over in the WRAL Severe Weather Center. We'll keep a close eye on this. Big holiday. A lot of folks may be deep frying that turkey outside.
Now, who might that be, Jeff? Jeff, I cannot tell you how excited he is about his deep fryer and all the things he's throwing in it today. Hopefully, you're as excited about Thanksgiving as Jeff is, I'll tell you that. So we're watching some showers that are moving into the western part of the viewing area. These are going to be light and patchy this morning, but I know a lot of you are headed out to a turkey trot, you know, to make your Thanksgiving meal guilt-free. And there is going to be some patchy rain. It's not going to be, you know, a steady 3-hour rain, but, you know, if rain is a deal killer for you, you know, you just may want to plan to run, I don't know. Tomorrow's going to just be cold, but you can see some showers here in the northern part of Moore County right now. Now, the cold front is still to the west, and there is a line of thunderstorms that has developed from Asheville down through Atlanta, and that is likely to move through here closer to lunchtime, and that is where we would have the potential for having some stronger to severe thunderstorms. Here's a look at Futurecast, watching these little showers, you know, moving into the area, and you can see here at 6:30 6:30, it's light and patchy. At 7:30, I think folks are headed out to turkey trot 7 to 8 o'clock. Again, the coverage looks really minimal at that point. I probably wouldn't be too afraid to head out to one of those turkey trots. Around 11 o'clock, we begin to see a little bit of a line forming up, and you can see that there at noon. I mean, it's a teeny tiny, skinny little line, but it doesn't mean that the winds won't blow real hard as it comes through, and that your inflatables could get tossed around. But we're pretty much done with it by about 2 in the afternoon, except for maybe like Clinton and Goldsboro, and then after that it moves on by, and that'll be the end of it. But it is a weather alert day for that line of thunderstorms that could come through starting around 11 and moving out around 2 o'clock or so. So isolated severe storms. This is not going to be a widespread event by any means. We do have a level 1 risk for a good chunk of the viewing area, everybody from the Triangle area southward. So a few light showers. I'm going to tweak this a little bit. Temperatures are going to be in the 50s for turkey trots, but the amount of rain is going to be about 30%, just some isolated showers. A beautiful view here of downtown Raleigh. You can see there at Memorial Auditorium, all lit up beautifully. It is 58 degrees. It's a warm start this morning, and it'll be a warm afternoon too. 67 in Raleigh, 65 Durham, and 72 in Fayetteville. Behind the front, oh my goodness, here it goes. Tomorrow's going to be in the 50s, Saturday in the 40s, and Monday and Tuesday are going to be the real bitter days. It may be a little breezy. Our overnight lows will be in the 20s, and we could even see the wind chill around here Saturday and Sunday in the mid-20s. It could be in the teens for Monday and Tuesday. So just buckle up and be ready for winter to arrive on December 1st, which is, of course, Sunday. Yeah, hats, coats, gloves, all of it.
It comes right with Thanksgiving, and on we go into December.
Into the winter.
Cold weather. Yeah. Studio behind Wicked is addressing some rumors about Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo. What Universal Studios is saying about how much the two stars were paid for this film.
Plus, Ben Stiller returning to the screen for the first time in 7 years. We'll take a look at his upcoming movie, Nutcrackers.
November and December are packed with fabulous family meals for these holidays. That means your fridge and freezers are likely packed as well. 5 on your side's Keely Arthur shows us how to make room for everything.
Holidays are busy at the Hope House, which is why classically trained chef and Consumer Reports home editor Paul Hope has a plan to get prepped and ready for the big holiday meals.
About a week or two before the big holiday meal, I like to go through the fridge, stop buying new groceries, and try to use up things I already have. It's also a good time to throw out anything that's expired or purge things you know you're not going to use before the end of the year.
All that free shelf space comes in handy when Paul's ready to cook.
On the top shelf, you want to keep raw, ready-to-eat foods, things like prep salads or desserts, anything that you don't want to come into contact with foods on the other shelves.
The middle shelf is for dishes that are prepped, covered, and ready to be heated. Less perishable items like relishes and cranberry sauce go on the side shelves or in the door. As for the future star of your holiday meal, Paul says it's important to thaw your turkey, ham, or any other raw meats on the bottom shelf to prevent drippings from contaminating your prepared food. And when it comes to clear the table and pack up leftovers, instead of putting the whole dish in the fridge, Paul likes to separate food into smaller portions to help speed up cooling.
To preserve freshness and quality of foods, you really want to keep things airtight, so use products dedicated for that, like freezer bags.
And if you know you won't eat it within 3 to 4 days, skip the fridge and freeze it instead. Keely Arthur, 5 on your side.
Consumer Reports says coolers can work for last-minute storage as well. Depending on the temperature, they can be used for perishable food or beverages, freeing up some of that space in your fridge. Taylor Swift fans are getting an early gift this holiday. The Tortured Poet is releasing the Eras Tour book. It'll feature behind-the-scenes photos from her record-breaking tour with other personal reflections. It will be available at Target starting on Black Friday, along with the vinyl and CD versions of the album.
That's going to be gone. In like 10 minutes, it's going to be gone. All right, well, Universal Studios is squashing rumors that the stars of Wicked were paid differently. Internet rumors say Ariana Grande was paid more than $15 million to play Glinda, while Cynthia Erivo received just $1 million for her role as Elphaba. Universal Studios says the actresses received the same pay. It's not true. Both women have received rave reviews for their performances, and Wicked has been a box office success, earning more than $160 million in its opening weekend. This was just a big rumor that was going around because, it's Ariana Grande, and she's just this household name. Everybody knows her, but it's not true. They got paid the same thing, and they deserve the same thing because they were fantastic in that movie.
Yeah, you saw it. I mean,
Yes,
they're co-stars.
Exactly.
It's not a supporting actress.
Right.
It's equal, right?
Yeah,
so
no, fantastic.
It should be equal pay, and it is. So
Right.
that's good. Put that rumor away.
Yes.
Ben Stiller, meantime, starring in a new holiday comedy, Nutcrackers. Stiller stars as a real estate developer who suddenly gains custody of his 4 nephews when their parents die. This is his first leading role in 7 years. Scooby-Doo veteran Linda Cardellini co-stars. Nutcrackers premieres on Hulu and Disney Plus tomorrow.
Well, some Triangle area dancers are getting ready to show off their moves during the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. 69 local high school dancers from the Holly Springs School of Dance are representing North Carolina in New York City this morning. This will be the school's 8th appearance in the parade since 2003. And dancers from Legacy Dance Productions in Zebulon and Hillsborough Cheer and Dance will also be there. Clinton High School senior Bailey Waters will play in the Macy's Great American Marching Band. Watch for them when the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade airs live at 8:30 right here on WRAL.
And WRAL is your home for Thanksgiving Day traditions. The Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade starts at 8:30. Right after that, it is the National Dog Show.
And 2 separate shootings in Durham leave 1 person hurt and another injured. We are live on the scene as police investigate in that same neighborhood.
And you might need to run out and grab some last-minute items before your meal. We will tell you which stores are open and which are closed.